The doctor from Perez Medical Hospital explicitly stated that Mobad was brought in dead, the ID, and he said it was around 12 noon. And he also stated rigor mortis had already set in when he was brought in. And that established that Mobad had died at least 3 to 4 hours prior to his presentation, the doctor also stated. And the doctor did not stop there. He said potentially it may even be a longer time, which means there could be 24 hours, 3 hours, 2 days, as the case may be. This directly contradicts the narrative of Cynthia, the partner of Mobad, who initially, or who is claiming that Mobad died around 3:45 to 4 p.m. based on her deposition in the inquest. This contradiction is very, very material, if you ask me, because it is a conscious fact and it suggests an attempt to mislead the timeline, possibly maybe to cover the actual cause or even the moment or the time of death. Within the inquest also, we got to know about assault upon the person of Mobad, and we also got to know about emotional agitation prior to his demise. The driver's account also confirmed this. So we had accounts of violent verbal altercations between Mobad and his partner, Wunmi Cynthia, in the car. So it shows that there were physical interference from Wunmi or between Wunmi and Mobad. The driver stated that she grabbed Mobad by the neck, holding onto his t-shirts or his shirts, and even causing the jewelry he was wearing to be destroyed. He broke his chain. Mobad sustained a bleeding. The bleeding was said to be from the hand, and supposedly from an injury from punching a Prado Jeep, or a Prado, sorry, Jeep is another brand, a Prado. And that was said to have happened during Prime Boy confrontation with Mobad. And this again has been proven to not be the true story. Multiple people were in the house, and they also had the knowledge of events that happened. Yet, none of these several people in the house, the night before or even the morning of the demise, gave straight or consistent, truthful or conclusive accounts. All their accounts were not in line. They were very disorganized, they were very inconsistent, and that tells something is fishy. There was active concealment of the facts because all of them, not even one or two, their accounts are never the same. There were series of inconsistencies in their accounts. There was active concealment of the facts, particularly relating to the events between Mobad's return home and the time of his demise. And what does this imply? This amounts to what you call collective misrepresentation and maybe possible conspiracy to cover up what really happened that very day. These individuals are very, very material. They are key witnesses at best, and they are also accessories or co-conspirators at worst, if you want to go further. The conduct of Wunmi, as evidence from the inquest and across all testimonies, raises significant red flags. She engaged in verbal and physical confrontation with Mobad during a highly volatile situation. The driver confirmed, and some of the witnesses also corroborate this. She allegedly locked him in a room with his clothes and causing a very, very hostile environment, and that resulted to increased tension. Wunmi had reported the time of death to be wrong, like I have earlier mentioned, and evidence showed that she had been lying all along. Wunmi had access to Mobad's house, Mobad's space, Mobad's assets in the early hours of Mobad's demise, and was last seen by the driver around 11 a.m., the driver stated. And this also further contradicts Wunmi testimonies. These inconsistencies was the physical confrontation and the subsequent conduct placed Wunmi under strong suspicion, and as such, she must not be spared from prosecution. Especially as the autopsy came inconclusive, and the autopsy brought more questions other than answers. So, in that light, we will say Wunmi cannot get out of this hook until justice is done. Adura also, who happens to be the brothers to Mobad, Adura has given nothing but in fact, Adura has never been helpful in the cause of this justice. Individuals should be held for obstruction and maybe charged for corroborating to unalive the person of Mobad, because collective silence and misinformation is a very, very serious offense based on the Nigerian space. I want to say that Wunmi cannot get off this hook if you and I and everyone keep echoing our voice and ensure that we hold the people, the government responsible, and not play to gallery, and not follow the likes of those who initially claim the government is working, and when they escape from the shores of Nigeria, they change the tune of their music that the government is now unserious. So we will not allow those people to continue to be around the true justice speakers, the true justice fighters. So we must continue to fight for justice. So we seek for justice, and we are calling for justice. In light of all this that has happened, it is important that we draw line to things that will help us to achieve this goal. And therefore, we speak not by just mere whispering, but we are now speaking louder than before, because silence has taken too much from us, and the government are not taking us as seriously as they should. So we should continue to hold them by their jugular and ensure that we get justice. So this then mean that DNA, forensics, and truth is what we need. And when I talk about forensic, I'm not talking about mere screenshots or leaked text messages. I'm talking about proper forensic. And what it means to have forensic by the standard of the law is for the law of the land to grant it, and the police will step forward and officially conduct what forensic truly is. And that will be deposited, and that will be presented in a court. It will not be something that one rabble-rouser will be reading on social media. So anything you see written on social media is not forensic. At best, it's a leaked text message, or maybe a screenshot of maybe one or two individuals' phones. So that's that about the inconsistent Yomi Fabi and his numerous lies. So how can we bury a man without confirming his own blood. A lot of people have been clamoring that go and bury Mobad. They are now sponsoring. They've tried their best. They've sponsored some Iya Ifa, Baba Ifa. It did not work. Now they are now sponsoring a supposedly or someone that called himself a prophet. But I will not call him a prophet. I will just regard him as man of dog. He's not a man of God, but man of dog. And he's not someone who is a prophet because he sees nothing. Because if a prophet is coming forth, it must align with the word of the Lord. And the word of the Lord, at the best of my knowledge, it states that true worshippers, they are justice fighters. They seek justice because the Lord himself is the God of vengeance. I'm not talking about the the Mr. Vengeance here.
I'm talking
So
about
the Lord,
general.
I'm not talking about the general.
General vengeance.
The Lord himself is the God of vengeance. So if a prophecy must be truthful, it must be that align with what the Lord himself has said. So, but for this so-called person, he has spoken nothing but rubbish. He should be discarded and binned. So I said, how can we bury a man without confirming his own blood? You want Mobad buried? We don't want us to confirm his blood. We don't want us to know if he is leaving a child behind, or he had left a child behind or not. That will not work. How can we hear stories of betrayal, confusion, as numerously stated in the Inquest, stories of infidelity, stories of silence, yet refuse to confirm the paternity of a child that is so tied closely to this tragedy? That would not make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. So on that note, we demand a DNA test, not for vengeance again. This DNA test is not for vengeance, and it's not for the Mr. Vengeance, our general. But the DNA in this case is for clarity. We need to be sure if Mobad had left a child behind or not. So, and this DNA, maybe some people see it as a thing of shame. I stand here to say that it is not to shame anyone, but to remove the fog that hides the motive of the demise of Mobad. This is very, very important. We must get closure to these things. So, nations are watching us, and they are watching the country called Nigeria. The world is waiting, and they are waiting for you and I to continue to put in our voice and ensure that justice is served. We demand forensic, like I earlier said. The silent witness never lies. Silent witnesses, they never lie. Even if all the witnesses in the house have refused to speak or have been inconsistent with their testimonies, but there is something, there are some silent witnesses which or who will state the truth. They will never lie. Every court, even if you take them and do course examination for them for 100 years, they will never lie. And these silent witnesses are Mobad's phone. Mobad's phone is a witness, silent witness. It will never lie. Wunmi's phone is a witness. It will never lie. Adura's phone is witness. It will never lie. All those who were in that house, their phones and their gadgets will never lie. These are silent witnesses. They will never lie. So we need them to come forth. We need the authority to ensure that this is done. Phone forensic is very essential, just as DNA is the most important thing in this court for justice. So, where are the complete forensic reports? Again, I'm not talking about Yomi Fabi pseudo forensic report. Where is the digital timeline of events that happened before, during, and after Mobad's demise? What were the calls made? Who did Wunmi call before, during, and after Mobad's demise? Who did Adua spoke with during, before, or after Mobad's demise? And all other people in the house, what were their communication line? We need to know. This is very, very important for us to get this justice. So it is important that we get to know the digital timeline. What were the calls made? What were the messages? The deleted ones and the ones that are still remaining in the gadgets. So we have the technology. So we do not have any form of excuse. The technology is there. It's very simple to do. We have the right also, not just the technology. We got the right to demand all this. So it is not that we are asking for something out of the blues. It is something that's very, very important to us. And we have the obligation to do them also, because as true faithful people, true justice seekers, as responsible citizens, as responsible people, it is our obligations to help stop oppression and to speak out for those who have been oppressed unjustly, and also to help everyone, including ourselves, to seek justice wherever is needed. If there's nothing to hide, then let the phone speak. These are testimonies. Let the phone speak. These are witnesses. If there's nothing to hide, why are we not allowing the phones to speak, to give their own testimonies? Let the metadata speak. Let the metadata speak. This is very, very important for us. Let science replace suspicion. Let science replace confusion. This is very, very important for us. We need to employ every well-meaning individuals to join us in this battle and begin to mount pressure continuously on the government of Lagos State and also to the DPP to ensure that we have the right justice and it's being melted at the right time. We demand justice without fear anyways. We demand this justice without favor, and we seek no delay in this case for justice. So 2 autopsy reports were done, and still no answer. However, we had several clues from these autopsies, and these clues are directly leading us somewhere, and we are getting there. The light is very, very clear, very, very bright. The road is very, very clear. We are getting there. Now, months down the line, there are still elements of confusion. Months down the line, there are still some contradictions, and there are still manipulations. And now we are having manipulators like Yomi Fabi, and we have the platform of nuisance that is now enabling manipulators and fueling them to continue to cause confusion amidst justice fighters. So true justice seekers must continue to put their voice forward, and this is one of the major reasons why I give much kudos to Mommy Comfy. She has been a tireless soldier. In fact, if not for her, many things would have gone beyond control. But because she had put herself in the line, and she is doing not just fighting, but she is punching them right, left, and corner. She is getting them out of our ways. She is doing wonderfully well. I really appreciate her, and I use this opportunity to say thank you very much to her and the rest of others that would not allow nonsense to flow in the midst of justice fighter. So at this end, I would say enough. Enough is enough. We have seen the father of Mobad, Mr. Joseph Aloba. He was on the online today, or on the media space today, and he was reeling out his truth. And there's something you cannot take away from him, is what we call consistency. Unlike the several witnesses that have been inconsistent in their own accounts, Mr. Joseph Aloba has been the most consistent human being that is known today because of the case of Mobad. He is very, very consistent in his own accounts. So he has been moving from court to court. He has been from microphone to microphone, from platform to platform, from one media house to another. This is not doing for fame. Though some people are trying to brand him as though he's looking for fame through those things. But no, he is not looking for fame. He's not looking for money, but for his son and for the truth. And the truth is looking for. He wants it to be unveiled in no time. That is the reason why he's working tirelessly to ensure that the truth is gotten. We have seen witnesses hide. Mr. Joseph Aloba is not hiding. We have seen people covering their face like Lagbaja. Mr. Joseph never covered his face. Instead, he will put on his nice attire with his cap. He then get post for them. And that is also seen as a sin, accounted as a sin for him. Unlike others that are hiding their faces, he refused to hide his face. He is going everywhere, smiling to the camera, though in his closet he must be having the pain of the loss of his child, but nevertheless, in public, he is doing wonderfully well. He's not hiding anywhere. He's not using any security because he fears he has done nothing wrong. And he fears no accusations. So whatever accusations that have been flying here and there, it turned out to be that those who are accusing him are actually guilty of everything they've been accusing him of. And God has been making him to skate through. We have seen witnesses hiding their face. We have seen silence being weaponized. Some people refuse to talk like Adura. That is a big weapon there. Is weaponizing in silence. We have seen pathologies raise more questions than answers. And yet, you and I are here. And several others, we are standing. Not just standing. Standing strong. Adding our voices. I want to say, we are wise. We are wise people. We are not like them. We are not like the foolish ones that entertain all form of rubbish. We speak, we interrogate, we question, we ask questions, and we forge ahead. This is the people's call, and we must not ignore it. To the Nigerian police, please help us. To the Lagos State government, please help us. To the Director of Public Prosecution, please be just. To the Ministry of Justice, please do justice. To the coroner inquest, please be straightforward. Let the integrity that constitutes that inquest be held at high esteem, and let it continue to be the coroner inquest, and let it serve the motive of its establishment. Nothing should shake it. You owe this young man, Ilegioluwa, the truth and nothing but the truth. You hold this nation, the nation called Nigeria, accountability, and you also owe the entire world truth and nothing but the truth. This we demand. We demand for independent DNA. We are not asking for nothing big, nothing much. We just ask for tissue-based DNA. This is one of the simplest things you could do for us. Tissue-based DNA, we ask. Full forensic for phone analysis of everyone in the house. We have requested a transparent autopsy and toxicology. We requested, and you have granted that unto us. We say thank you. So, position of those who lied on that oath, obstructed or covered up one thing or the other, we ask that you prosecute these people. They must not get off this hook. Mobad is more than a case. Mobad is a symbol of justice for everyone, a symbol that every common man can get justice if we allow it to go by its natural course and the course at which it should go. A symbol of what happens when a system chooses silence over justice. Mobad is also a symbol of a young Nigerian's dream, killed not just in body, but in dignity. But also, he is a symbol of what can happen when the people say, enough. Like you and I are standing firm every day, and we are saying, enough. So Mobad is this symbol of enough. So we must continue to put our voice forward so that we will keep upholding this symbol. The symbol of justice, the symbol of enough is enough. The symbol of justice is for all, irrespective of age, gender, or class. Justice is for all. So we say it again and louder this time. DNA is a must. Forensic is needed. Justice we must get. So this is not a mere request. It is a demand, if you ask me. We are demanding for these things. And I employ all well-meaning people to continue to have their voice and continue to shield away those who are there to manipulate us or to distract us. We must continue to fish them out and expose them. And we must continue to put pressure on the government, particularly the Lagos State government, to ensure that justice is served, and surely we will receive this justice. And somebody said this morning that before everything, we should be thanking God. I think it was Mommy G. Bade, before we speak. I forgot that part, but at the end, I say glory to God. Thank you, Lord, for giving us this justice, for we believe that together we will rejoice over the justice that we have gotten. Thank you very much, Mr. Avengers. I will stop here. Mr. Avengers, are you there?
How do I put it now? Cannot be underrated. It's just at the top. Thank you for all that you do. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you so very much. And may God continue to give you his wisdom. Thank you.
Amen.
We appreciate you.
Amen.
Whenever you are chanced, please.
Yeah, at least I'm off work today, this weekend. So
I just see you for comment section. Come
yeah,
up.
I'm always there. When I'm work, I'm always here. Like Jesus will say, I will always be with you.
Please. God bless you, the sweet. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
It's me that is next to.
Yeah, go for it, man.
All right. Good evening, everyone. General Vengeance, good evening, sir. And to all the panelists, Daddy Isha, God bless you. Sister Fola, thank you. The Swift, my brother, we appreciate you. Mommy Yeti, God bless. Mama T Point, thank you. Mommy Talk is cheap. My mama, God bless you too. And to all the commenters, we appreciate you. I would just want to re-echo most of the things that the Swift has spoken about. Baba was at the silver bed today and we heard him loud and clear. Baba laid more emphasis on the circumstantial evidences before Magistrate Shotumbi. He spoke about the driver, he spoke about the doctor, he spoke about the nurse. And these are areas that we are appealing to the judiciary to concentrate more on. Why did I say this? When we look at the circumstantial evidences that Baba spoke about today, we'll find out that most of these revelations are new. They are not the things that we have spoken about. They are not things that we have,
You can't do this. What happened? Where did this person die? That you cannot give a dead report to somebody who died in another region. Let them take him back to that region. There's police close to his house there. Those ones, they will be able to quickly detect any foul play. Imagine something happened to you in Lagos. They now drive you, they leave all the police station in Lagos. They went straight down to Sokoto to be asking for police report. So you expect those ones to leave Sokoto, drive down to Lagos to investigate. It's not correct. That's why there's jurisdiction. You have to go to your nearest police station. Even if they want to investigate, it will be easy for them. The driving, the fuel that they will use will be they will not waste much fuel. And they will be able to quickly address the situation. And they know who to ask. They know what to ask because they know the place very well. They are good. They know the terrain. And that's why they have jurisdiction. So they advise them to take the body to the right police station, which can give them the report. And instead they refuse. They headed to Ikorodu. And that's where the problem started. Baba confessed that they told them to take it to the police close to Mobad house. Why did he not go there? Because they have in mind to have Mobad buried. All those stories they were saying, Sakama J, is just like an excuse. If you investigate this case very well, all those things that about Mobad, all of them are saying, vengeance, Gurex, all of those that they are saying, it may not be correct that the man went to police station and then went to the morgue. When he got to the morgue, they refused to take the body. At this point, he was thinking of burial. They know in their head that they wanted to bury Mobad. So you get, why didn't they go to the jurisdiction as they were told? Gurex, you can hear me, you are here. You can hear me and you are fine. Come up. Come and defend the things that you are doing in this case. Come and defend the things you have been doing in this case. No fear. Come and talk. I've told you guys, Emma Maberu. You can't join Emma Maberu. Emma Maberu. I don't eat people. You can't join you. We can talk these things. Alright? This is a very simple. Why didn't they report what happened as a crime? That okay, we are suspecting that this person was killed. That's why Baba said he was not suspecting anybody for killing Mobad. Baba, how can you see so much blood upstairs, soaked with cloth, and you came downstairs? You saw what happened, and yet you are not suspecting nobody, Baba Mobad, from your own mouth. That is the beginning of justice for Mobad. That's the beginning of the problem of justice for Mobad. But you can make the story very big. When you came to the public, the way you were explaining the story, you were making it very big. But yet, when you were there, you didn't suspect nothing.